Hey everybody, so I guess it's time to give you all an update. I've no idea if people are going to join. This is kind of an odd time of day for me to be doing a live, particularly on a weekday. So hopefully if you're unable to join, you will be able to sort of at least watch the playback later. I'm just spending some time with the dogs. It's been a really stressful few days. Last night was pretty shit. There was a big explosion somewhere close by. Last night around midnight, Teresa told me. I slept through that one, but Teresa didn't. But the one at 3 a.m. this morning, we think it was probably close to the airport. That shook the entire shelter and obviously woke us all up. We are okay. It's just a bit stressful, that's all, I mean, we're kind of fully on lockdown now at the shelter. We're not going out at night at all unless it's absolutely essential. All the staff have been asked not to go out at night if they're off duty. Right now it's actually safer out in the middle of nowhere where we are than it is in the city. So excuse the smoking, I'm stressed. So, like I say, we're as safe as we can be. Nice to know that obviously the British Embassy are doing absolutely jack shit. I was asked the other day by my parents, register with the embassy, let them know you're here. It's like, okay. I went online to the FCO website and there's no bloody link if you're in Iraq to be able to register, so we are literally on our own. The British Embassy are not going to help us if the shit hits the fan. Pretty much not much different to what it was when I was in Afghanistan. I registered, but reality is that they'll let us burn before they'll come and actually help us. And there is a consular assistance section here in Erbil. So there are limited embassy services anyway, but I'm guessing they've all got on a plane and gone home, or moved by road or whatever through the Turkish border. I'm going to be here for a while now. I've just received a notification literally 2 minutes ago from Turkish that due to force majeure reasons, they have cancelled my flight. We are trying to get Dr. Teresa out. She's pretty stressed. Her family are very stressed, so we are working on trying to get her out. And obviously Dr. Andy, he has some important stuff he's got to take care of before he joins us. So we need to get him out. However, I will not be leaving. I will stay here with the staff and the dogs. And we will just continue as normal, basically. I think I said in a post a few days ago that we are now starting to see increases in the cost of things here. We're pretty much running the generator 24 hours a day now, because as a result of the Cornwall gas field being closed down, there's not enough gas to produce electricity for the region. So we're not the only ones. We are the fortunate ones in the fact that we do have 2 backup generators to keep us going. There are many thousands of people living in the city right now that are getting no more than an hour or 2 of electricity a day, and they're literally sitting in the dark. So we are incredibly thankful that we have actually got those generators, albeit we're having to pay a lot more money for the fuel, and we're using a lot more fuel than normal, but at least we've got it. I've been out today, had to attend some meetings with government. I will talk more about that at another point. I need to just get my head around what was discussed. It's not the greatest of news in the world, and I just need to get my head around it. So probably over the weekend sometime I will go live again and just let you know what's going on in terms of the shelter and the government. Like I say, I don't know whether you can hear the birds, whether this line is good enough. You can obviously hear the dogs. The dogs are more stressed than normal. Girls, Jan, Rosalie. The dogs are more stressed than normal. They are not fighting with each other. They cannot get to each other. But they're jumping up the fences between the sections and sort of bobbing off a lot at each other. I'm currently in with Billy, Rosalie and Vianne. I'll just turn it round and if you can figure out how to let you have a look. Billy Bunter! Come on, Bunter. Oh, my beautiful son. And my beautiful girl, my beautiful Vienne. Oh, Vienne. See, Vienne loves everybody. It's kind of difficult. You can't really see them when they get this close up to the camera. Rosalie. Rosalie and Vienne have been really, really naughty right now. Billy's been a good boy. I'm actually surprised that 10 people, 9 people tuned into this live. Hopefully these girls will calm down in a minute. Alright, Billy's trying to sit on the lap. Come on, Billy, sit on the lap. Mummy loves him. Yes, Mummy loves the boy so much. Let's put the phone there so you can see the peoples. Say hi to Billy, everybody. Say hello to everybody, Billy. And you, Vian. Yes, I know. Mummy loves them all so much. Hey, Rosalie. Oh, you beautiful girl. Oh, my beautifuls. Oh, yes, Mummy loves you so much. Getting some kisses. The dogs are faring reasonably okay. They are stressed, more stressed than they normally are. That's to be expected. And when obviously we hear the explosions, every single dog in the place goes absolutely batshit crazy. Best way to donate, Kath, any of our avenues. Obviously, My Giving Circle is great because we get votes if you donate on My Giving Circle, but through Facebook, through our website, any option is a help right now. This is going to be pretty expensive for us. The US and Israel have already said it's probably going to be prolonged for a minimum of 4 to 5 weeks. And Iran has obviously now stopped the exports of food out of the country, and food would have been coming into Iraq from Erbil. So it's not going to be long before the price gouging starts in the supermarkets as well, which is less than great, but again, we'll deal with it. We've got enough food for a couple of weeks for the dogs, stockpiled already. And obviously, if we can find good deals on things, then we will try and stockpile some more. Right, I'm just watching three sparrows having a bit of a ding-dong on the top of the fences, chasing each other. We've got thousands and thousands of birds around here at the minute, more than I've ever actually noticed before. And I just don't know why. I mean, I just saw a murmuration of starlings earlier. It was like, oh my God, you know, wasn't expecting that. You know, so, I don't know, we're in weird times. That's all I can describe it as, is weird times. You know, I mean, I'm trying to go to bed reasonably early at night. So I am actually getting some sleep, and I'm actually getting decent sleep as well. I mean, I've had 2 nights last week where I literally slept for about 10 hours. I slept through the bombs. I slept through that. But like I say, last night, the one at midnight did wake Teresa up. However, I slept through that one. It was the one at 3 a.m. this morning that woke me up when my bed started to shake. Billy having a good old stretch. Hey, Billy Bunter. Oh, Vienne. Hello, my beautiful girl, Vienne. Yeah, Mummy loves her. Mwah. Mummy loves Vienne. Yes, I do love these dogs so much. It would be a dream come true if eventually they all found homes, but that's probably not going to happen. They are going to spend the rest of their days here with us at the shelter. What you doing, Billy? I think Billy's out to cause trouble. He's quite mischievous, Billy is. Yeah, I know, Mummy loves it. Let's turn it back round so people can see. Hello. Yes, I know. Mama loves them so much. So who else have we actually got watching right now? I can see we've got Kath, but for some reason Facebook doesn't let me see who is. Oh, it does, but it's not actually telling me who my viewers are. It's got a button to say who your viewers are, but it's not actually giving me any names. So please say hi, let me know who's watching. And obviously if anybody has got any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them to the best of my ability. We've obviously been watching the news pretty avidly over the last sort of 4 days, 5 days. And it's a bit concerning to see that some of the other Gulf states are now considering retaliation. You know, I mean, when you've got countries like Dubai, which historically has been a very, very, very safe place to be, and they are taking a battering, and the same with Kuwait, you know, very safe country, I've lived there, and they are also taking a battering and now talking about retaliation attacks. That's quite worrying. Hi Lisa, hi Amy. Yeah, so that's a bit, you know, it's like, God, you know, could it really get any worse if the other Gulf countries? I mean, right now, Iraq is staying out of it, whilst we are getting hits. There has been no retaliation other than obviously the air defences taking the drones and the missiles out of the sky, but there's been no actual direct retaliation. And actually a lot of the problems that we've got, hi Catherine, a lot of the problems we're having are not actually coming from Iran, it's actually from the pro-Iran militias that are within Iraq. You know, so whether, you know, the Iraqi government or whatever will at some point start going after them, I honestly don't know. Surprisingly enough, there doesn't seem to be that much on the Iraqi news about what's going on, or at least not on the sites that I can access and read. You know, but that may change over the coming days. We check the flight tracker every single day to see what airspace in the region is like, and it's quite spooky seeing that there are literally no planes over Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, and limited amounts of air traffic from Dubai, Saudi, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait. It's very spooky watching that. Hi Tina. You know, but this wasn't entirely unexpected, you know. I mean, we're just trying to really sort of figure out what happened, because, you know, the world was told last year in the 12-day war that Iran's nuclear capability had been completely wiped out, and now it sort of seems to be mixed signals. You know, is this about the nuclear, you know, the enrichment program that shouldn't technically exist because it was allegedly wiped out last year, or is this about bringing down the regime? The story, the narrative seems to keep changing, so we're not really sure what's going on, what this is all about. And I read this morning that obviously the airstrikes overnight allegedly prevented the appointment of a new Ayatollah, but who knows? You know, we kind of feel a bit like mushrooms at the minute, you know, kept in the dark and fed on shit. Oh, Billy, could you not find something better to play with? This is a cardboard tube, and Billy likes it. Basically, when I'm packing stuff up to send out to Iraq, we have to plastic wrap everything, and these are the cardboard tubes that the plastic wrap is on. And you know, rather than just chucking them in the bin, we actually bring them out to the shelter. Hello, Bien. We bring them out to the shelter because the dogs actually really like tearing them up. And, you know, it's a bit of enrichment. Billy, you don't have to eat it. You can tear it, but don't eat it. Hey, Bien. Oh, my beautiful girl. Bien's such a lover. She really is. So, what's being told to everybody on the UK news? You know, I mean, it's kind of hard to actually watch the live news here because my internet has been so bad recently, so it is pretty difficult to see some of it. And actually, I've been getting updates from home, and that, you know, at home that my family are more up to date about what's going on than I am. You know, but I guess that's nothing new because it was pretty much the same when I was in Afghanistan. I would get calls saying, "Oh, there's been a bomb." I'm like, "Okay, well, you know more about that than I do." You know, and we kind of established that for some reason the Western media seems to have a real problem with reporting on Iraq. So, again, not sure why. Lisa Hawkins, how many dogs have we got? I think we got about 130 inside. Right now, the weather's still good, so the outside dogs have, you know, we've had quite a few dogs that have sort of roamed off, and we don't expect to see them come back until the weather starts to warm up and they want to use the pools. But I'd say we've got sort of between, I don't know, 300 and 500 dogs that come and go outside. You know, so it's a fair few dogs. We had a fantastic donation a few days ago. That one of our staff, Pishtiwam, he has an uncle that has like a chicken processing plant or something, and he turned up with a truck with 2 tons of chicken products in it. Some of it was just like raw chickens, you know, frozen chickens that you would roast. Chicken wings and chicken livers and chicken hearts. And then there were like loads of chicken burgers and chicken fingers that are breadcrumbed. And obviously the dogs are in their element right now because they are getting so much chicken. It's unreal. And it's not just the dogs in the shelter. We are actually travelling a fair distance each day right now, up and down the massive road that we're on, making sure all the strays haven't found us yet. Girls, really, are getting chicken as well. So that was a really nice thing to get such a massive donation. It's a shame that we hadn't actually got enough freezer space to freeze it and eke it out a little bit longer, but we can reasonably only run 4 freezers just because of the electricity and whatnot. But all the same, the dogs are having the time of their lives with all this chicken, you know, fattening them all up on chicken burgers. Hello, Billy Bunter. Hello, you. Hello, Miss Vienne. Rosalie doesn't seem to want to come and pay me much attention. Stays all Billy and hello, sweetheart. It's all about Billy and Vienne today. Hey, Billy. Yeah, Mummy loves him. Billy's such a nice dog, and he is on our website available for adoption, but he hasn't had a single application. And I just don't know why, because he's the sweetest dog. His background, he was once an owned dog here by an expat. That expat had to return to their own country on holiday, put him into a private boarding facility here, and basically never came back for him. And then, of course, he had a bit of an incident where he ate 3,000 milligrams of ibuprofen a couple of years ago. And after that, it was decided Billy would probably be better off staying with us. You can see he's enjoying himself with Vienna at the minute. But he is a lovely dog. I mean, his only thing is he's got no filters and he doesn't know when to stop. So in the past that has been known to cause some scuffles, but he's actually doing much better now. And he would like a home where he is the only dog and he is the centre of somebody's world. And he would be loyal, he would be faithful. He is going to need some work on his manners because whilst he's you know, sort of a fully grown dog now, he doesn't know that. His original family never really taught him any proper manners, but he's very receptive to learning, and he does know some basic, you know, he sits and stuff like that, so he does know some basic stuff. But him and Vienna are throwing themselves around now. Hey, Billy Bunter. Yeah, Kath, I'm sure at some point somebody will moan and bitch at me from the government or something, saying I'm talking about Iraq, and God forbid we talk about Iraq because of all the successes and, you know, the fact we were led into a war that was basically done on bullshit in 2003. You know, the weapons of mass destruction that never transpired. But I just honestly don't know why Iraq doesn't get counted. And I mean, there are a lot of British nationals, American nationals, Canadian. There are a lot of foreigners here. You know, whether it be people like myself who have got projects and stuff out here, or whether it's people that have emigrated to other Western countries and they come back to see family. You know, so there's a lot of people trapped here right now. And there's literally no consular assistance for them. You know, which is disappointing. I mean, I did sign up for the travel updates 2 days ago, and haven't had a single travel update from the British consulate. You know, so I guess that's basically not worth anything. You see my beautiful Crocs, shame. They're not real Crocs, they're just cheapo Asda ones. Hi, Fran. Andy did not manage to get home. He's still out here at the shelter. We are working on a plan to get Andy and Teresa out of the country by road. You know, unfortunately, you know, they are going to have about a 30-hour drive from here to Istanbul. But Teresa's family are very stressed. Teresa's very stressed. Her dogs are very stressed. And her contract comes to an end at the end of the month. So we're not going to make her stay until the end of the month while this is going on. She's got a big ass journey ahead of her anyway, because she drove in her van. But Andy, he will travel with Teresa, so that makes us feel a bit better that she's going to actually have a guy with her. You know, and she will obviously keep me appraised during her journey when she does leave. But right now we're just trying to get it all sorted. It is a shit show, Kath. It really is. You know, but it is what it is, and we will deal with whatever comes. I am not going to abandon the dogs. I'm not going to abandon my staff. I don't feel particularly unsafe where we are at the shelter. Obviously, I can't control what happens when things fall from the sky. But, you know, you've got to be real unlucky. And whilst I don't have the greatest of luck, I don't think I'm that unlucky. You know, one of our trustees actually emailed Central News, which is the news from my region back in the UK, last week, because they were after people that wanted to talk to them, people that were trapped in the Middle East. And I think they did initially respond and were going to get in touch, but they haven't, because of course it's Iraq and nobody likes to talk about Iraq. You know, it's all about the, you know, the playgrounds like Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, you know, and obviously the tourists, not the people that are out in these places working. And as I've said previously, there are literally tens of thousands of foreigners working in these countries. Saudi, Kuwait, Bahrain, we're everywhere. You know, it's quite shocking. And I know that, I believe that there have been some governments that have set up evacuation flights from some places, and I think those flights that are going like out to Dubai and Oman, I think they're actually getting escorts with fighter planes. You know, but all the same, I have to say, if I was offered a plane tomorrow, you've got more chance of raising the Queen from the dead and seeing her have a shit than me getting on one while this shit's flying across the sky. Whilst I was out at my on the way to the meeting this morning, we could actually see, you know, like the trail that a plane leaves in the sky. Dozens and dozens of them, except they weren't planes. They were what we think were either American or Israeli missiles heading for Iran. ISO, you know, and I fighter plane escort or not, you ain't getting me on a plane right now. It's just not going to happen. You've got no chance. Billy, don't be barking, son. Be a good boy. You be the best boy. You show them girls how to behave themselves. Hello, Rosalie. That's Rosalie. She come to say hello, ain't ya? Rosie. Rosalie. Oh, Billy. My baby boy. Oh, my Rosalie. Let's see. See, Billy just wants to get in the camera. Hey, Rosalie. Yes, hello, sweetie. Yes, you love the kisses. We love all the kisses from the girls and the boys. We do, because they give the bestest kisses. Hi, Tina. We're not going to disclose routes or anything, Tina, for Andy and Teresa. We are just working on it at the minute, but there is a road route out of here. It's just a very, very long drive. But Teresa always was going to drive. She came out here in her van with her dogs. So obviously she's done the drive before. It's just that she's going to be doing the drive not at a slow, leisurely pace as it was when she came in. She will actually be doing it at, as quickly as she possibly can. Just so she can get back into somewhere that's not being affected by what's going on right now. Hey, Rosalie. Good stuff. You smell the poop? Mummy got poop on her leg, didn't she? Yeah, and it wasn't me that pooped. One of the dogs stepped in it and then jumped up me, so I am covered in poop right now. Right now, we had a Sharp House shipment a couple of days ago, Fran. I am making arrangements for Bryony to possibly go up to my house and pack some more dog food up, and I've got to speak to Sharp House. I don't think it affected our shipments last time. There's very little usually that does affect the shipments. And yes, they may take a little bit longer, but, you know, it is what it is. At least we can generally get shipments through. I did a shipment just a couple of days before I left the UK. So that is still currently on its way. And like I say, hopefully in the next week or two, I'll be able to get Bryony to go and pack some more stuff up for us. And she'll get that on its way. You know, so... And I mean, you know, worst case scenario, the dogs are not going to starve. They're just not going to have dog food. It will just be the rice and chicken. And obviously just rice and chicken makes me feel like shit. But it's not the worst thing in the world. At least these dogs are getting fed twice a day. And there's many, many more dogs out there that are not. So the dogs won't starve. You know, I won't starve. The dogs won't starve. It just means that they won't have like tin dog food and dry dog food and whatnot. Yeah, has anybody else got any other questions? Just looking at this tree here in this section. I can't quite tell, is it dead or is it alive? Because it kind of looks like it's got some green. But all the same, it doesn't look particularly healthy. I actually have no idea. I'm not very green-fingered. Billy, come and lie down, son. Billy Bunter. Come here, son. Yes, I know. Mummy loves him. Good boy. Good boy. There's my boy. Yes, I know. I know. It's getting hot, Billy. Why don't you come and lie down and chill? Weather-wise, it's a bit nicer today. It's been absolutely bloody freezing for the last few days. I think I may still have one packet of Maltesers I bought with me. And I'm pretty sure I hid one of the boxes Helen got me for Christmas. I'm pretty sure I've got that hidden in my footlocker, but I need to go and check because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen when I run out of Maltesers. I had a flake today. I bought a flake on the way to my meeting, so I had a dipped flake, and we don't really see them in the UK, and they're really nice. They're a bit like a ripple, but it is obviously flake, not ripple. Another bang there. Billy, be good. There's a good boy. Oh, Billy. Come on, Bunter. Come and sit next to me. Come and sit next to me. There's my boy. Let's sit down, Billy Bunter. Oh, my Billy. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so like I said, the weather's been pretty god-awful the last few days. It's been dry, but it has been bitterly cold. But today it seems to have brightened up, plenty of sunshine, and it isn't much warmer than it was. So whilst I've still got my hoodie on, I am a lot warmer than it has been. Not really sure what they're being dickheads about now. Oh, the staff are walking up the shelter. That's what's wrong. Got some of the staff walking around. Oh, they're just fetching dogs that need to go down to the clinic to be checked out by Dr. Ali. We're still carrying on with surgeries as well. You know, we've got a couple of surgeries tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to try and deal with, you know, Cranberry, who's Carol's puppy. She got a cherry eye. So we are going to deal with that tomorrow. And we're also going to bring Alexa in because we think Alexa might be coming into heat. So even though she came in from the government shelter with an ear tag and with a very obvious scar, we actually think there might have been some ovarian tissue left behind. So while she can't get pregnant, we think she's still coming into heat. Yeah, Tina, good idea. If Bryony needs to come and pack for us, I'll have to get her to pack some Maltesers for me. Hi Sharon, how are you? How's Cinderella? Miss that little girl. Kids, really? Oh, Billy's just gone for a pee, and it's so funny because Billy doesn't cock his leg. Despite being an adult dog, Billy still stoops. He thinks he's a girl dog. Billy Bunter. Hello, angel. Dogs absolutely love these tyre beds covered in carpets. That we've got them all over the shelter, and the dogs really do love them. And I have to say, I've sat in them as well, and they're actually pretty comfortable. Although right now I'm actually sitting on a pallet bed. I'm going to give you another beautiful view. My fake cheapo Crocs that are actually falling apart. I obviously didn't bring very many clothes with me because this was meant to be quite a short trip. So I'm having to do laundry every night because I haven't got enough clothes to cook for more than 2 days. But that's fine. We have got one of them stand-up drying racks that I'm able to put my laundry in to get it dried. Kids! Billy Banter! Oh God, these three are an absolute nightmare, standing up barking at the other dogs. Like the Three Stooges. Has anybody got... I don't even know if my mother is watching, and I forgot to tell her we were going live, so she'll probably tell me off later. Somebody want to message my mother and tell her I'm live. Yeah, I don't think I need new Crocs. I will literally wear these Crocs, Kath, until they are dead and buried. I actually consider Crocs to be a crime against humanity. But, yeah, they are my kids. They are my kids. You know, sometimes I like to wind people up from when I'm out here. And I ask them if they'd like to see the ultrasound scans from when I was carrying them. You know, but they are my kids, they're my children, they're the only kids I've got. Obviously I've got my own kids at home, but I haven't got any two-legged kids, just the four-legged furry variety. Billy Banter, stop being a knob. There's my boy. Now he's gonna do the play bitey face game with Vienna again. Oh, no, not the bitey face, I'll bite the legs. Thanks, Sue. I just went out of my head to let you know I was live. Obviously, when I finish this live, if anybody like is an Instagram person, I will post it on Instagram. We've just got Andy running up the shelter. Not sure what Andy needs. Oh, there's the dogs just mauling him. Got his backpack on his back, so I'm really not sure where Andy's going. But that's Envy. Envy's just about to eat Andy alive, wanting some cuddles. Andy's been posting some stuff on his Instagram. Hello, Mum. And he posted quite a funny one the other day that he came thinking he was coming for a job, and then suddenly realised it wasn't a job, he was actually intake. My cold is much better than it was. I am still a little bit congested, but I am feeling considerably better, except for the cold sore up my nose, which is super sore. Rosalie doesn't like many people, and Andy can't come in here because Rosalie will bite him. That's something we will work on when Andy comes back. Rosalie, be nice. Rosalie, I raised you better than that. I did raise her better than that, I promise. Rosalie, I don't know what it is with her, she just seems to not like new people, and men in particular, which is really weird because she was such a small pup when she came in. Obviously the guys have raised her, hey Billy? Hello, sweetheart. Rosalie, really? Rosie! Hi, Lou. Rosalie, really? He is not bothering you. He knows that Andy's in the section, and she's just been an absolute turd. I think Billy caught the cold. I'm a good old sneeze. There you go, Billy Bunter. Yeah, Mummy loves you. Rosalie! God, she's naughty. Rosalie! Come on, Rosalie. Hello, Billy Bunter. I'm a Billy son. Billy's son. Oh, my Billy's son. There's my beautiful lad. Look at that boy. Oh, Billy, you're too big to sit on my lap, son. Too big to sit on Mummy's lap. She's obviously going to be a naughty girl for the entire duration that Andy is here. See, she can't see him, but she knows he's there. And I don't think if Andy came in here, as long as I'm in here, I don't think he would savage him. But it's not really a chance I want to take at them royal and alive. Girls, really? Right, I am going to do one now because these dogs have been incredibly naughty. So I'm going to go and catch up with Andy and see what he needs. We will get some more stuff out here, you know, we'll try and go live a bit more frequently while this is going on. Just so we can actually let you know what's happening. But like I say, right now we're absolutely fine. You know, I was having a peaceful moment until Rosalie started. But I do need to go now do some work. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I say, these lives I'm going to do probably will be quite random in terms of time. It's just when I've got a bit of time to spare. So obviously keep checking your Facebook. And we will download these videos and put them onto YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So anybody that... the red marks on the dogs too. We did a mass flea and tick a couple of weeks ago. And every dog that got done got a red stripe or a red heart or a red star. Whatever artistic shape the vets wanted to do it, it just lets us know that those dogs got done. Same with the dogs outside, dozens and dozens of dogs walking around with red paint on them. But it is proper livestock paint, it's not like normal spray paint. I'm going to try and get a pop off the thing I'm sitting off the pallet now. That will be interesting. Oh my God, my bones hurt. I'm far too old for this. I don't usually get down on the floor. Because I do struggle to get back up. But I'm up. I managed it. And see if we can get Rosalie to actually let me out of the section and not be a dickhead. Rosalie. Right, let's see if I can get out without Rosalie. Getting out to get to Andy. There we go. Say hi to Andy, everybody. This is Andy. And he's promised us he's coming back. We shall see. Hello, babies. So I'm just going to head back down to the office now and get some stuff done. Quickly see Bryn. There's Bryn. Look how good does he look. Hello, Bryn, son. Hello, Chickpea. Bryn is looking absolutely fantastic. He looks kind of like a wire-haired pointer. This is Pepe. Pepe is in for his final treatments for TVT. And this is Frank. Hi, Frank. You're looking good. And this is Nana and her puppies. Nana's in the clinic at the minute getting a wound dressed. Her puppy's opened up one of her spay incision. And then we've got Pfeiffer at the back there. Oh, Lily. Lily, be nice. Be a nice girl. Salute your pups. Oh, Jury. Jury. Hello there, Alf and Hermie. Hey, Catherine. So, I am going to love you and leave you all now. I'll go and get on with my day. Try and get some work done before nightfall. And thank you everybody for tuning in. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye.